Miss Spaulding, come out and give us a comment on the arrest of Billy Lewis.
Do you really think he shot your ex, Roger Thorpe?
Don't those people know that it's past midnight?
Oh, sure, they're proud of what a nuisance they are. Some of them even work for me at the Journal! Hey, it's better this than police coming for my aunt with an arrest warrant. Roger could have named anybody who wanted to as the shooter.
That's true. Well, I'm sorry about Mr. Lewis being in trouble and all, but it would have been nice to have some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I wish? I wish we were lying up at that fire again in your uncle's cabin up in the mountains.
Are you okay?
I just wish we didn't have to go.
You were very brave tonight. Telling me your whole story, telling me how Roger kept you as a daughter. I know it was very difficult for you, but you've earned the right to go wherever you want to go. And you don't have to be afraid of what you're going to find once you get there.
It's just the way he looked at me.
It's okay.
I just wish that we didn't have to be here when he was arrested. He's gonna blame me.
Tangi, Roger Thorpe is going to jail. He can't hurt you anymore.
I have never seen anything so stupid. Attacking Roger in a police station as you're being booked for shooting him. How crazy are you?
Well, Roz, he was going to the hospital anyway.
You know, Mr. Lewis, I really appreciate this. This assault is going to make it possible to keep you in jail while we gather evidence in the attempted murder charge.
Ross, can't you do anything here?
No.
Detective Cutter, this has gone on long enough. My husband didn't shoot anybody. I'd like you to take those handcuffs off, please.
Well, ma'am, the victim says he did, and right now Roger Thorpe's our only eyewitness.
Yes, but you don't understand because you haven't been in this town long enough to know. But it's obvious that Roger Thorpe is framing my husband.
Well, why would he do that? I mean, what's Roger Thorpe got against him?
Whoa! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Who is it?
Police.
Sorry, all the Lewises are out.
Well, it's no matter. I've got a warrant. I'm here to search the house.
Well, why? I mean, nothing here has anything to do with why Billy would want to shoot Roger Thorpe.
Look, come here, Went.
Look, everybody in town knows that Roger's had it in for my husband ever since Billy took the towers away from him.
Yes, ma'am, I heard about that, but I also heard that your husband's pretty handy with his fists. I mean, he nearly beat Roger Thorpe within an inch of his life at that place called the Blue Moon.
Detective, that is not on the record.
You know, it seems to me perfectly obvious that Roger, being the only witness, I mean, he could accuse Santa Claus of shooting him if he wanted to.
But that's what intrigues me. I mean, here's Thorpe. He's just had the biggest reverse of his life this last month. I mean, bigger than the loss of the towers a long time ago. Now, if he wanted revenge, why didn't he nail Alexander Spaulding? I mean, why did he pick him?
Here, I want to see my father.
Oh.
Daddy. How could Roger get away with something like this?
Oh, honey, people tell lies all the time. Doesn't mean they're gonna stick.
It's all my fault for stirring up all that bad blood between you two.
Don't you ever say that. This doesn't have a damn thing to do with you, Princess. Believe me. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the two of you, and I just hope that you're still a little bit proud of me when this mess is over.
Of course I will be.
Mr. Lewis, it's time for interrogation.
Dylan, I think this could go on for a while, and I want you to go back and help Bridget take care of the children.
The children are fine.
Look, I know you trust Bridget, but I want you there to help.
They're okay, Vanessa.
Listen to me. This arrest may not be Billy's only problem. All right? The less Bridget knows about our family business, the better.
This is the hospital, please. Get him out. Mr. Thorpe is being treated right now for an infection. He's still in police custody. So if you have any desire to make contact with him, you will be arrested.
The woman just loves to give orders.
May I suggest that you do not impede the staff's work in any way? However, if you do want to talk to someone, Mrs. Thorpe, the ex-Mrs. Thorpe, and Mr. Thorpe's daughter are right over there. I'm sure they'll be happy to answer any questions that you have.
Miss Lindsay! Miss Lindsay! Is it true Detective Connor told you not to leave town?
How did you hear that?
Then it's true. You called the police to turn in your ex-husband.
No, I didn't.
Were you Roger Thorpe's hostage?
No.
Then you were helping him get away?
I don't want to talk about this.
Okay, listen.
I didn't handle this very well. I'm not used to being on the other side of it.
Well, that's okay. We're gonna have to get used to being unpopular for a while. You know, I think we should have unlisted phone numbers just to be safe.
Good idea.
You know, I don't understand something, Mom. I know Billy hates Dad as much as anybody, but why would he go so far as to shoot him?
Good question, Blake. Holly, did Roger happen to share any insights with you when you finally caught up with him?
Overstepping, Jilly. Overstepping. Ed, never mind how you feel about me, but shouldn't you protect private citizens from being accosted by the media in your hospital?
Come on, Jilly, give him a break. You're not going to get anything here tonight. Okay, I've done my official duty. I would just like to add that any hell you think you're catching here, I think you deserve.
Miss Spaulding, this is Cal Hendrick.
You know what I feel like?
What? A scene from The Godfather where the mafioso guys are barricaded behind the mattresses?
No way, you kidding? In this mansion? No, I feel like Marie Antoinette in her palace saying, "Let them eat cake," while the masses screamed for her head.
She was killed.
Yeah, well, at least she died rich. I mean, she was in the thick of things.
Yeah, a little too much so for my taste, thank you.
That's because you're always in the news. I mean, everything you do, you have a party, or if you go to a new restaurant, even what you wear is in the news.
Listen, during the last year when I was the co-owner of a foundering newspaper, they didn't give a damn what I was wearing, which suited me just fine.
You didn't miss it?
No, not that part.
Not even a little bit?
No.
I would. I don't know, being behind these iron gates, I feel like royalty. I mean, just think, tomorrow at the diner, everyone's gonna know what they read in the papers. But me, I've been hiding in the house of a former suspect.
That's right, former suspect. Oh, man.
Jeez. You think they would rush this place?
No, not unless my aunt was having a tag sale, which I think they can forget about now that she's no longer a suspect in the shooting of Roger Thorpe. You know, I was gearing up for him to accuse my aunt, just out of spite.
Yeah, I know the feeling. I thought he was gonna do the same thing about my dad for stealing his wife. You know, he must really hate Mr. Lewis for passing up revenges like that. Geez, why don't we just tell them that your aunt's not coming home tonight?
Oh, no, it's better not to push them in any other direction where they'll look for her.
Guess that's true. Does that mean that we're alone in this house tonight?
Well, if Nick and Mindy find out about Billy, I think they'll go down to the station. Well, of course, there's Bess, but She does usually sleep pretty heavily.
Sounds like we're alone.
Miss Spaulding!
Yeah.
All alone in a house like this, on a night like tonight. I was thinking maybe we could do something we've never done before.
Hello? Vanessa? At the police station, what happened?
Billy's been arrested.
For what?
Roger's saying that Billy is the one who shot him. We're talking attempted murder here.
Based on what? Does Roger have some kind of proof?
Proof? No, of course not. How could he? But somehow that doesn't make it any the less terrible.
How could the police arrest Billy based on Roger's word? Did Roger say supposedly why Billy did this?
No, not yet. Look, when you get back here, I want to get all the family together and we're going to sit down and talk because there's some things that you all deserve to know.
About what?
It isn't anything that you directly should.
Vanessa, about what?
It's nothing that I can talk about here. Just hurry.
I'm on my way. And listen, Vanessa.
Yes?
Once they find out who really shot Roger, this whole thing will blow over.
Why did Roger single out your brother?
I don't know. They've had a long, nasty, angry history together, but this just doesn't make any sense. It's late. You stay here, okay? Sleep here tonight. I'll be back to get you tomorrow.
Look, you're upset. Let me go with you, please.
This isn't your problem.
We'll see.
You know, it kind of bothers me what Daddy said about being proud of him. Of course we'll still be proud of him. Nick, do you think that Roger will be able to invent something to make it look like Daddy's guilty?
Well, I guess it depends on what they find, honey.
I'll never be able to forgive somebody for sending my father to jail.
Look, I'm gonna go talk to Ross about something. I'll be right back, all right?
Okay.
Julie, you know, I got the idea that you were keeping a low profile on all this. Thorpe being your old boss and all.
Well, then I guess you got the wrong idea. Detective Baxter? Officer Baxter?
Yes.
Julie Grant, WSBR?
Excuse me, yes, I know who you are.
Yes, I understand you've been working closely with Detective Cutter on the Thorpe shooting.
Yes, I am.
That would happen to be Billy Lewis's arrest record, would
Look,
it?
Miss Grant, if you have any questions, just ask, please.
Sure. What exactly are the charges against Mr. Lewis?
Assault with a deadly weapon, that's a matter of public record.
Why not assault with intent to kill?
Well,
What the hell kind of question is that?
Mindy.
This isn't bad enough for you? You've got to juice it up and get yourself a better headline?
Mindy, I am trying to do my job here.
Yeah, I see what you're trying to do, and it really surprises me, Jilly. Especially after what the press was saying about your brother during his trial. Garbage. Garbage that he's gonna have to live down for the rest of his life. Are you really that ambitious?
Mindy, I know that you're upset, okay?
And after how you publicly humiliated my grandfather, you bet I'm upset. Jilly, let me tell you something. You better be damn accurate about everything that you say about my father, because if you're not, I will personally sue you. And I'll see to it that you never write so much as a greeting card. You got that?
Okay, will you listen to me now? The fact that they have not charged your father with intent to kill means that they probably have nothing on him at all. And I might have gotten that rookie cop over there to admit it if you hadn't been up in my face. Now, I have apologized to you for what I did to your grandfather, and I will continue being sorry. But right now, you've got to excuse me. I have work to do.
Roger's making an accusation about Billy. That's not going to be enough to indict him, is it? I mean, not without some kind of proof or...
But the accusation itself is trouble enough. I have a feeling that Cutter's going to turn Billy's life upside down trying to make this thing stick. But I can't see a jury convicting without physical evidence. Will they find him?
Hey,
Timmons, what did forensics find?
Oh, that bullet they dug out of Thorpe's chest has a clear marking. So if we can locate the gun, it should be an easy match, and we'll have our man.
Bingo.
Hi.
Hey. What, Peter couldn't sleep?
Well, there was no use trying to settle him down, you know, with the police still rummaging around up there.
What, now?
Yeah, it's Detective Levy. I told him not to break anything. What are you doing here? Is Billy gonna stay there, or is he coming home?
It looks like an all-nighter. Everybody showed up. Nick and Mindy. Josh came back into town. I just wanted to come home in case little Billy woke up so I could tell him.
Well, I can give you a call if he does. You can go back if you want.
I'm beat. I'll take care of little Peter if you want to go home.
Vanessa sent you here to get me out of the house.
It doesn't matter to me, Bridget.
I found this in an upstairs closet with Mr. Lewis's stuff. Anybody got a key?
That's empty, I think.
Yeah, well, not anymore. So if you don't have a key, I'm gonna have to bust it open.
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
Gosh, the entire master bathroom was bigger than the apartment that my dad and I shared when we were in New Mexico. And these ceilings, they must be, what, 14 feet?
16.
It must cost a fortune to heat this place. Oh, that's right. It doesn't matter. You know, when I was in that alcove, I don't know, whatever you call that room, I saw this drawing in this gold frame, and it was of this old man and a mule carrying a cart of hay. I really liked it. And so I looked at the artist's name. Not that I really expected to know it, but it just said Beth.
Yeah, it's my brother's wife. I used to love that painting, too, when I was younger. I mean, I still love it. No, I still love it. She's a fine artist. You have very good taste.
Thanks. I feel like I have to stand up straighter when I'm here.
Yeah, no slouching in this Spaulding house. No slackers, nothing below average. Weakness of any kind will not be tolerated. It can and will be used against you.
Yes, sir.
It's just stuff, Lucy. It's nice stuff, but it's just things.
Yeah, well, I guess it's easier to say when it's your things. But, look, I understand why you fought so hard to get it all back. I would have, too, if this was all mine. But I wonder, you know, since your aunt's been really mean to you, are you really relieved that she's out of jail?
You're very direct.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish you were a little less subtle yourself.
Would you care to dance?
It's a start. You were so cute. So smart. And a great kisser.
Oh, more.
But I promise never to tell anyone that you didn't give me a straight answer.
I don't want to hear your pronouncements on my behavior. To tell you the truth, I'm proud of what I did.
Sure, of course you're proud. The same way a kid is proud of walking along the railing of a railroad bridge without going over the edge and taking the plunge.
At least I got him to the hospital. Doesn't that count for anything on your scorecard? What would you have done? If it was someone you...
What? It was someone what? Oh, never mind. I'm not keeping score here. Look, if you and Roger want to relive your tempestuous past, that's fine with me. But don't you understand that there are other people involved here, like Vanessa and that little baby she's going to be raising alone if you let Roger get Billy Lewis in jail?
It's not Roger's fault that Billy goes over the edge and shoots him.
You believe that?
Yes.
Why? Because Roger says so? Look, other people going over the edge is not the cause of your personal problems.
see you and Eve are kissing and have made up. Good for you.
Go away. It's okay, Mom. I'm very proud of how this has brought you and Daddy together. It almost feels like a real family.
But now your fiancé is going to be defending Billy Lewis for shooting your father. Should make for some interesting pillow talk.
So, where is the gun, Mr. Lewis?
What gun?
What gun? The gun. What's the matter with you?
It's after midnight. I'm used to getting up at dawn and looking after a baby. So why do you think I shot him?
Oh, well, maybe it's because he bankrupted your oldest son, or maybe it's because he humiliated your daughter in front of the entire town at her engagement party, or maybe it's because he humiliated your father at the governor's banquet. Or maybe it's all these things wrapped up to one that made you mad enough to want to pop him.
You want to put some of this in the form of a question, Cutter? Billy, don't let him lead you on, right?
None of the above.
Well, you don't have much of an alibi, Mr. Lewis.
I already told you, I went out into the parking lot to get a little fresh air. Asked the valet if he'd seen Mindy. She wasn't feeling so well, and he ought to be able to confirm that.
Well, he already did, but he said you only talked to him for a minute. What'd you do with the rest of the time?
I was stargazing. I don't keep track of the time. Besides that, I didn't feel like going back inside. I needed to cool down a bit.
Oh, so you admit that you were mad at Mr. Thorpe that night?
Well, you were there. You telling me it's taken you 2 months to figure that out?
Yeah, but were you mad enough to go out to your car and get the gun out of the glove compartment or maybe under the seat, wherever it is you keep it?
Mr. Lewis has already stated that he did not return to his car.
Okay. Your daughter's a very precious thing, isn't she, sir? You love her very much.
I love all my kids.
But this loudmouth Thorpe, I mean, he knows that. He knows how to get to you. And the other night, he held her up in front of the whole world, and he called her filth. He called her a slut. Your little princess, isn't that what you call her? I mean, that would make me crazy.
Oh, come on, that's enough, Cutter.
No, I mean, wouldn't that make you mad enough to want to shoot him? Huh, Mr. Lewis?
Everybody at that party was angry at Roger Thorpe, all right? Look, I'm sorry. I can't do this. Billy, you don't have to answer any more questions.
Come in.
Oh, look. I wouldn't let this continue any longer without his lawyer being present.
Well, you're his lawyer.
No, I'm not. I just happen to be here. I can't do that.
What? Why not?
I'm not in the mood to tangle with Roger anymore, all right? And I can't do this to Blake.
Well, excuse me, but you certainly allowed yourself to go after Thorpe when it was Spaulding Enterprises on the line, Ross.
That was business. This is personal. Here, a good friend of mine happens to be a wonderful lawyer. Take it.
A man's life is on the line, and you call yourself his friend, and you're walking away from him?
There are other good lawyers on the planet, Vanessa.
Ross, I know that you're in love with Blake, but you don't have to let her destroy your sense of right and wrong.
Look, Vanessa, my career is not based on defending everybody in town from Roger Thorpe, all right? Now, I wish Billy well, but I reserve the right to fight my own fights once in a while. Good night. Good luck.
Detective Cutter, I want to post bail for my husband.
Well, that's out of my hands, ma'am. But if I were you, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Mr. Lewis here is accused of a very serious felony. I don't think he's going to be going anywhere for a while.
My husband has a family that needs him. We have 2 young children at home.
Well, ma'am, there's going to be a bail hearing tomorrow, but personally, I'm going to recommend against bail. Ma'am, Mr. Thorpe has a family as well. Did your husband think about that?
Thorpe's kin are better off without him. Anybody will tell you that.
You're letting Roger Thorpe go when his crime is as plain as the day, and you're keeping my husband here, and you don't have any proof.
We didn't let Roger Thorpe go. Roger Thorpe is at Cedars Hospital under a police escort for medical attention. Now, no judge has granted him bail yet either.
Well, good. Because he better not go free, because if he does, I am going to need my husband at home.
Why is that? Are you afraid Thorpe's gonna show up there?
No, of course not. Why would he do that?
Well, if this is more than just someone taking a pot shot at another citizen, you know, I'm willing to listen. But you're gonna have to help me. So let me ask you one more time. What is it that Mr. Lewis has that Mr. Thorpe wants?
I found this in the trunk of the car.
Isn't that illegal? Destroying private property?
Look, a search warrant allows me to look anywhere I want to. The city will reimburse you for the lock. You want to give it a shot?
No, you go ahead.
No. Oh, you want to run?
My dad took this from Little Bill when he squirted Mindy with it. I'm sorry. I was wondering where this thing was.
Yes, that's it for the evening. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, have a good night.
You looked really tense before. What did you think was in that box?
I don't know. Like I said, my nerves are shot. You know, somebody should call my grandfather. I don't want to call him at midnight, scare him half to death. I don't want him to read it in the papers. Somebody should go to Cross Creek and tell him.
Well, why don't you go?
I better not.
Or not? Well, I'm gonna go change someone's diaper, if that's okay with you.
Springfield Police. Hi, is Vanessa Lewis there?
She's not available right now. Can I take a message?
Yeah, that'd be great. It's not an emergency. Just tell her to call Dylan Lewis at home as soon as possible, please.
No problem.
Ross, listen, I gotta ask you something. If you're Billy Lewis's attorney, does that mean that anything I discuss with you is confidential? That you can't share it with the police?
I'm not Billy's attorney, so the less I know, the better. Excuse me.
Timmons, forensics, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, listen, I'm Nick Spaulding. I write for the Journal, and I'd like to make you famous.
Well, I appreciate the offer, but I can't give out privileged information to the press.
No, nothing like that, of course. Listen, no, this is just a sidebar in ballistics in general. You know, kind of the unsung heroes of ballistics, of behind the scenes.
Oh, all right.
All right, great. Listen, now these questions might sound kind of basic, all right, because I confess I really don't know what you do. So, do you have to be certified or anything?
Oh, yeah. You take a proficiency test, but there's no set time limit. It usually takes about 2 years.
2 years? Wow. Well, is it hard?
Well, ballistics is the science of moving projectiles, and forensics is how it applies to the law.
Science of moving projectiles, that's good.
So you're thinking you're trying your hand at it?
No. Well, actually, look, for the sake of argument, let's say that I am. Now, where would I start?
There's one manual syllabus. Everybody uses it.
Nick,
Really?
could you
What
do
is it?
something about her, please?
I am only reporting your father's arrest as a fact, the same as your fiancé is.
Look, I gotta go.
Wait a minute. Wait, can we pick this up later?
We'll see.
Mindy, it happened. Now, we can't keep this a secret. Other stations are going to be carrying the story.
You should hear the stuff that she's saying, Nick. I mean, why does our past history have to be dragged up just because Roger's being a vindictive jerk?
I am trying to be as objective as possible with this story. Now, other stations may not be so kind. Please, Nick, tell her.
Look, actually, Jilly, I'm not sure how big I want to play this yet. I think that I'd like to wait to see what else we find out.
You can't be serious. That is not what you said before,
Yeah,
Nick.
I know, but look, the charges might not even stick. Jilly, come on. This is Billy Lewis, my almost father-in-law.
Yes, exactly. I understand that, which is why it's even more important for us to carry this story cleanly. Now, if I don't get something on the air before breakfast, Roger will have editorials running by noon, calling for Billy's head.
Mindy?
Josh.
You okay?
Yeah.
Where's Billy? Oh, he's in the interrogation room.
Okay, is Ross here?
No,
I gotta find a phone. I want to get him down here.
Josh, Ross went home. He's not representing him.
He's not.
What did he say?
Why?
Well, he didn't say much. He just, well, he was in there with Billy while he was being questioned, and when he came out, I just assumed. So I asked him how it was going, and that's when he told me that he wasn't his lawyer.
Well, do you think that Roger might have gotten to him somehow?
Who knows? I'll tell you something, though. Roger Thorpe was going to have a lot to pay for after tonight.
Roger Thorpe's son had a farm. There was a lien on the farm because of some back taxes or something. I don't know. Anyway, our son Dylan bought the farm at auction, all right? Now, the next thing that Roger does is to come along and try and drive Dylan, our son, into bankruptcy court.
I know all this.
No, the point is we're not dealing here with a normal, rational human being. We're dealing with a vindictive man, a man who is completely capable of twisting the law for his own purposes. Please. The point of all of this is to make us vulnerable. It's not about justice. It's perhaps about business tactics at best.
You're welcome to prove that, ma'am, but look, if Thorpe is playing that game, I'm afraid he's winning.
Excuse me, Detective Cutter, we've got a situation that needs your attention immediately.
Excuse me, I have to take care of this.
I'm sorry.
This is my fault. You know, I didn't handle it well when Roger called. I slammed the phone down when he was making those threats.
No. I told you, you don't blame yourself at all. I went out there and did the same thing, gave that man hell in the shed, Nessa. We couldn't have played these cards any differently. You gave me a scare out there. You cannot tell these people that Roger's trying to frame me. It's getting this cop just way too curious, okay?
Okay, but I can't let you go to jail. I mean, I don't want to save Peter from Roger at the cost of his not having a father.
Nessa, I'm telling you something. I can handle almost anything that comes our way. And I don't think that we've got a big problem given what they're doing right here. But the important thing is that they don't know that the baby is a Thorpe. I don't care if Roger is screaming it from the rooftops. I can handle almost anything if I know that Peter's okay.
I just got here. What's going on? What is Roger doing here?
Nothing but, I guess I'm just losing a good night's sleep, that's all, brother.
It's gonna be all right, okay? We're gonna get you out of here.
I guess you and Holly got into it pretty good over there.
I should have just stayed out of it. Holly doesn't want to hear any common sense from me tonight or any other night.
Yeah, well, I have a theory about that with women. They stick to their obsessions, right or wrong.
Do you think that you'll ever be able to forgive me for believing the evidence I saw with my eyes instead of what I knew in my heart?
I don't know if I can.
How's your father?
Well, he's gonna live. So you can relax. You're only defending attempted murder now. Do try to keep the disappointment out of your voice in front of the jury.
I'll be defending anybody. I'm not taking Billy's case.
Did the police drop the charges?
No, of course not. I just told Vanessa to get another lawyer.
Wow.
I have an aunt who owns this big old house up in New England. Aunt Bunny.
Bunny?
Bernadette. In 1826, the year the house was built, is on a plaque right over the front door. It's just a wonderful house. It's beautifully built by the craftsman of the day who paid a lot of attention to detail. But it is old, and it could drive a person crazy sitting in this house looking at some of the walls, because over the years the house is settled. The corners aren't quite in square anymore, and doors stick and the windows rattle. But it's solid, and it's gonna last. I want to live in a place like that.
sounds like it has a lot of character.
It does, and that's how I think about us. And our corners may not be in square, and doors may stick, our windows may rattle. But it is there. Us. That's where I want to live. And I got to thinking that if I took Billy's case, it might bring our house down. And it is just not worth it anymore to me to continue this old fight with your father. I owe you more than that. I owe us more than that.
I'm going to post Roger's bail.
Sounds like the reporters finally went home. I think we really are alone.
You feel that? It's my heart racing.
I do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Your eyes. I just can't stop touching you. I want to devour you. I want to be with you all night. All night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I know this is rude, and I'm sorry, but it really can't wait. Alan Michael, I need to talk to you about how I'm supposed to cover Billy Lewis's arrest for WSPR. Now, look, I know you don't want to cross your aunt, and I don't want to rock the boat with Nick at this delicate time, but I have to tell you, he is suddenly dragging his feet on this whole thing.
It's because it's Mindy's father.
Exactly. Now, if we wait, Roger will be serving up Billy Lewis for breakfast tomorrow morning, and there won't be a hell of a lot we can do after that. So I want you to make the call.
Yeah, okay, fine. I don't want Roger to get the upper hand either. My aunt is going to have to understand that. You go ahead, print the story, and let Nick know that you did it under my authority.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thank you.
You sure do love your work.
Tangy, what did Josh mean by Roger has a lot to pay for? Do you guys know something we don't know? Hey, how's Daddy?
I don't know. He's acting like he's got the police right where he wants them. You know, he used to do the same thing when he played football. He'd be on his own goal with less than a minute to play, and he'd be acting like he could just pluck a miracle out of his pocket whenever he needed one. I think he's scared, though.
Well, at least we're all here together now. Anyway, I think they're going to be questioning Billy for some time, and I'm going to stay right here.
Aren't you tired yet?
This is so stupid. You know, I am perfectly capable of standing here and looking after the kids if you want to go tell your grandfather. Unless, of course, you don't trust me.
Bridget, I trust you completely.
Okay, sweets, you're okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that someone knows that I'm not going to do anything crazy.
Vanessa's just so spooked about Roger wanting the baby back. Ring!
Dylan, look, come here. I know. Look, Roger is locked up. He is in jail, right?
Yeah. I won't be long.
Okay.
Get some sleep, little guy. You're not gonna be able to tell the difference between night and day. Take care of yourself.
Okay, have a safe trip. Come here, little man. Come here, you. Oh, honey, we're gonna be okay here. Yes, we are. Nothing's gonna hurt us here.
I want to know what judge just granted Roger Thorpe bail.
What?
Leo Flynn was very effective persuading the judge, and it was a white-collar
Excuse me, you're not
crime.
gonna let him go, are you?
Vanessa, it was a non-violent crime.
It's
It's not my call.
Wait a minute. Isn't there something that you can do?
No, Mr. Thorpe is free to leave Cedars as soon as he decides.
This is a nightmare.
Vanessa, do you want me to go home and look after the kids?
No, I want you to stay here. We'll be all right as long as Dylan is there.
This has been Guiding Light. Jewelry provided by Irwin Pearl.